whoever is behind that page is either a sadist or a demon.
Welcome to the Critics Cot, a space where films aren't just watched, they are felt, dissected, and debated.
From indie treasures to global hits, we break down storytelling, cinematography, and performance with a critical eye and a personal touch.
If you love movies and crave deeper conversations beyond it was good or it was bad, this is your seat at the table.
Over the years, Nollywood has produced a new wave of fresh talents in the industry, and some have actually found their star power, while others are still struggling. Emerging actors keep complaining about the struggles they face in this industry, but at the same time, what does the future hold for them? Welcome to the Critics Cot. My name is Kelvin Okoroji, but you can call me Kelvin Charles. And of course, I'm not doing this alone. I have Ifesinachi here with me, but we also have a guest in the house with us for this episode. So he's no stranger to the camera. His name is Alams First, and he's an actor, a producer, and he has featured in a couple of movies, including Fate, which was one of the official selections for the Toronto International Nollywood Film Festival. Alams. Welcome to the Critics Cot.
Thank you very much.
How's it going?
Welcome.
Snachi, how have you been?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, I just actually realized that the three of us we now have something in common.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know if
That's
you
true,
can,
yeah.
yes.
That's
So
true.
we're officially is alumni now.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So we all took the AFRIF masterclass, producing masterclass.
Yeah.
So congratulations to us
Yeah.
on that. Yeah. So that's that. So Alams, you're someone I have followed your work in the past and some of your projects, including the current African Magic Igbo series that you're currently featuring it. But before we go into that, could you tell us about your journey, into this industry and how you arrived at where you are now?
Well, I like to say that I've always known that I will be an on-camera person from childhood. Okay. So, mom, if you're watching this, sorry, it'll be your son be this. But I remember those days. I always take money from my mom's purse to buy Ramsey Noah's films and then just cram these lines and learn.
Right.
So in university, I did theater and film studies.
Yeah.
But I didn't stop there. I did my first official appearance in a film 2017. And it seems very much. It was Crazy Lovely Cool, directed by my ancestor, Obi Emeloye.
Oh, that's a fantastic filmmaker.
I mean, it was like a big dream come true.
Wow.
It was my final year. It came in quite handy.
Where was it shot?
In my school, UNN.
UNN.
Yes, I did the University of Nigeria Soccer anyways.
Okay.
So I mean, it was fulfilling, as a finalist, thinking what the future holds for you, where to kickstart from. And then they tell us that Obi Emeloye wants to have his film done here. So that was my first appearance. After that, I went on to do Ojuku series, a rock production.
Yes, I remember that. I know the Ojuku
I
series.
played a character that actually had the name Aka. And after that, it has been from one success to another. It hasn't been rosy, but I mean, the thing is that it keeps getting better than the previous. So
yeah,
that's
so. Tell me about Faith. I know it's screened at the TIFF.
Yes.
So that was good. I saw the multiple posts you made. So what was it like having a film that went for an international festival? How did you feel?
Okay, I felt good. That was more like a pat on the back.
Yeah,
more like you are on the right track. It's a brilliant film. We all came together. The producer called me up. Alams, I know you. I know how willing you are to go there. So come be Brian for me. And we did it. It came out great. We put it up for Toronto International Film Festival. And then you got selected.
Yeah, it got selected. Yes. So I want to talk about briefly talk about your role as DK in
This guy.
I did my homework.
You did your homework.
I
give
did.
it to you. You
I
not
did
your
my
homework.
homework. Yes, and
Oh
I've
my
seen,
God.
some clips, from the, and I've actually seen the first episode and a couple of other episodes as well. And I noticed that there was something different about you, about that character. I wouldn't say it felt. I don't know, but you are the one to speak on that. But it felt like
Speak your
something
mind.
different, something that you've. It felt more challenging. It felt like something you've never really done before to that extent, because your character was very complicated. Yes, that's the word. Complicated, thuggish,
Oh my God.
street like. So tell me about that. What was it like playing that character, playing DK?
Playing DK.
Yeah, in Mbuka.
Mbuka. I mean, you guys, you've seen me now. You see that I'm a very calm person. I am nothing like DK in the Mbuka series. But then I'll just say that when I got the role, the first thing I did was to give myself up to intensive training.
Wow.
There are some of the things with DK I could resonate with, because so the thing is that no matter the role, there are some part of the character that you must find in yourself.
Yeah.
But then the rest you make up in Rosa. Rosa is research, observation, study, and application.
I
Okay.
think I've learned something. Rosa. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I grew up as a person born and bred in Onitsha. I mean, my parents didn't allow us to socialize. But then with the few observations I had here and there, we did Bible study. I observed a few street kids. I watched actors that have played similar roles. All of these things here and there, and then my authenticity too. Because at the end of the day, it is you, me, playing the character.
Yeah.
So you have to add your originality to it. I think that is it pretty much. Yeah.
That's interesting. So we're actually talking about the emergence of talents like yourself, and what is their future, in this industry, especially in an industry where the retirement age is quite extensive, right?
Yeah.
This is not a government work where you can say at a certain age you have to take a step back. More actors are coming in. The ones that are already there are still there. They don't have plans of leaving. So I keep wondering, what is the future? I mean, what does the future hold for upcoming talents like yourself? And Snatchy, you would agree with me that we've not really seen a certain level of star power from actors in a very, very long time. Consistency is always hard. Staying in the spotlight all the time is always something that most actors struggle with. And even actors people that have been doing this, being in this business for decades, are still struggling. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Some of them are still trying to even find their light, find their shine. So, and I'm now wondering, and they're bringing a new wave, fresh talent. How are they supposed to navigate, the competition, competing with the older ones, and then fresh talents like themselves? So it now goes back to you as someone who is, who falls under that category.
Yep.
How challenging has it been for you?
Very challenging. I must be honest. Very. But the thing is, I like to start on this note. There is something for everybody.
Right.
Those were words of my mentor. It has kept me going for the longest. There is something for everybody. So let's just see Nollywood like the sky. No matter how plenty the birds are, it will always accommodate the sky. But the thing is that it is now boils down to you, the actor, whether you have the tenacity, whether you have the balls to wither through the storms, because it is not easy. I came into Lagos, I didn't know anybody. Don't know anybody. You know the story that we go way back.
yes.
I go audition tire.
Yes. And
I mean, at some point I started questioning, are you sure I'm on the right track or something? But I think probably the only thing I could advise, get something that gives you day-to-day money. I wouldn't. So I would not advise a full-time job, because a
Yeah.
full-time job takes the attention away from the craft. Acting is a
Right.
very jealous. You have to keep learning.
Right.
You start
that's
die.
true.
You stop learning. It shows in your craft.
It
It
shows
shows
in
in
the
your
craft,
character
yeah.
depiction. It shows every time.
Yeah.
So get something that gives you money enough to fuel your passion, because that's
Yeah.
the challenge we have now. Consistency.
Consistency, yes.
Consistency.
The people. Okay, the bigger brands,
Yeah.
they're getting all of the jobs.
Right.
You understand?
Mm.
So they're having like 90% of the jobs. So we now we are left with the 10%, and we are so much and crazily talented.
Yeah.
Mm.
And also pray for grace.
Grace.
Yeah.
And character. It is a lot.
It is.
a
And
lot,
and you know the funniest part of it is that a lot of us, Sinachi, you included, because I know you've mentioned something about, you know, you've always wanted to join
always
the
wanted to go, I did.
acting industry. So I actually want to know what happened with you.
Okay.
Like, how did you go from wanting to be an actor and then, you know, ended up, you know, walking behind
Yeah.
I've done a couple
scenes?
of jobs.
Yes.
Yeah, just like what he said, when you leave the craft, you cannot. Acting is jealous,
Right.
right? It's either you're in it for good
Mm.
or you're out of it, right? So at some point when it could not pay the bills, you know, those years,
Yeah.
I had to just, you know, go do the white collar job, you know, work in corporate organizations,
Yeah.
you know, and then down to it is 7, 8, 9 years, I was out of the industry entirely.
Mm.
You know, I even to a point where I stopped watching movies. You know, I'm like, let me just, if it's gonna come back, it will come back to me. I stopped chasing,
Yes.
you know, but I kept on writing. I didn't stop writing. You know, that's my first passion. I love to write.
Yeah.
You know, so until I found my way back into the industry through animation.
Oh,
That's
animation.
That's where I am now, right now.
Oh,
And
that's
yes,
amazing.
and my first feature film, which I wrote, is currently in development.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
And yeah, and personally, I'm also working on my own personal project,
Mm.
written by me and will be directed by me and
Beautiful.
co-produced by me
Mm.
as well. Because I feel if you are not if you're not given the platform, you can like, you know, create one for yourself.
Mm.
You know, that's how I see it.
And that's
So the truth is, when you're not, you as an actor, you're going there to say, oh, okay, you're looking for. I was even going to ask you about auditions.
Mhm. That
Because
brings me
I've been to
auditions.
auditions a
Yes,
lot, and I've
yes.
seen. I don't want to judge the past.
No,
I don't-
judge the past. We
I don't
have
want to compare
to.
to now.
No, you
because
have
I know
to.
in auditions,
Yes.
you know, there are a lot of, you know, interesting things that do go on.
Go on.
in
Yes,
auditions. Very
yes.
interesting things. You know,
Okay.
normally you come for audition, you're coming to, you know, audition for the role. You know, you make preparation. You come with your monologue.
Yeah.
You know, and you think you're the best. But at the end of the day, selection has been done before you even got there.
Then what is the point?
So what's the
That's
point?
that's one of the
Right?
questions I keep
So
asking.
I ask myself, is audition truly the right way for actors to rise? No.
Ah.
Okay. Oh,
It's
interesting.
No.
So
Because
again-
if it were,
Yeah.
a lot of actors we see now, like currently, will not be where they are today.
Okay.
Sometimes it's basically being at the right place, knowing the right people,
Doing the right
you know,
people.
and if you're really passionate about it, because I know that in the industry there are people who are actually, some came to act, some are there for the craft, some are just there by accident. Let me just make money out of it.
Out
you know,
of
let me
it.
put food on the table. Let me
With
you know,
acting.
with
put,
acting.
Put food on the table with acting.
Of
But people are
course.
saying that there's no money in it.
No, there's
Really?
I actually think there is money. No, there is money in acting. Anyways.
There is acting,
There's money.
filmmaking. Yeah,
I mean,
If-
it depends on the
when you-
level, your
yeah.
status.
yeah, well,
you've-
we all know during in filmmaking, it's the producer who gets the biggest,
obviously.
especially when it's his own film, and not maybe not just hired by
Yes.
a production company.
Yes.
His own film, he
Yes.
gets the biggest share because he's putting the money into
Yes.
it. He's the capitalist here,
Yes.
right? And the actors and the directors get paid,
Paid.
you know, and the crew members get paid,
Mm.
right? But I think that at some point, what saturate Nollywood are filmmakers who, let me say, actors who generally did not they don't see it as a craft. There are people there who see it as a craft, but the percentage, you know, it's not balanced.
Yeah.
I feel the people who are in it just to get by, are more than those who are in it for the craft.
Let me
Yeah.
come to what you were saying about auditions, and because
Yeah.
I wanted to go back to you, because have you ever been in a situation where you auditioned for a role and you know deep down in your heart that I'm qualified for this, I should have gotten this particular role, and you did not get it, and let's say you now started hearing somewhere that someone else who did not even audition for the role, or you actually feel did not put in as much effort as you did, got the role. What has that ever happened with you?
Something similar has happened
to
me, and I think I'm going to leave my truth here.
Oh wow! Okay. Moment of truth.
I'm not throwing shades, but
okay.
But if you see this, the only thing I had expected.
If you see this and you,
no, I mean the only thing I expected from you as at that time was a feedback. You know, casting directors and producers, they don't know how much a feedback means to an actor.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the feedback does not necessarily have to be positive.
Yeah.
When it goes negative, please tell us.
Yeah.
So I did attend an audition in Bagada. Why it pained me, Kelvin, I prepared for that audition.
Wow.
I prepared for that. Me, Alan felt I prepare and put my mind to something. Go, no say I prepared, come. I prepared for that audition. Let me tell you how bad it was. See, I paint the picture. So there were people that were quite muscular, there were people that were tall, there were people that were finer. But for each time I went in there and performed, they would ask me to wait behind. I read with almost all the ladies, all the lead, because it was going to be a lead. It was going to be a lead role.
Okay.
With all the ladies that they were considering as my love interest.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, the guy told me, what is your schedule like for February 5th to... I told him that I'm free. Are you willing to go to? I said, I'm an actor.
Yes, of course.
I am an actor. Say, just give me the word, go. And he has to work it. He has to help the story. The guy said, just go home. As I was leaving, I was still playing the monologue I sent him from online. I said, yo, this role is mine, nigga. I'm back to role. African Magic League actor.
So wait till what
happened? I'm not even going to lie. I was so fucking pained. Sorry. Take that. So it made me. I was.
Just go on.
So I was terribly pained. You know how I got to know about the job.
Wow.
I was scrolling on Instagram. I saw that job is done already.
So what was the whole point of raising your hopes up? And
that the show is out, and I saw the guy that played my role.
Yeah. What would have been your role?
Yeah. Sorry, my role.
No, now what would have been your role?
Okay, what would have been my role? What would have been my role? And to be honest, he wasn't bad. He did a good job. Okay, he's a colleague. He's a friend.
I love that you gave him credit because most people would have sort of like downgraded or downplayed his performance.
Maybe he worked more for them. You know, I for one, the level of the things I know, I don't really think they're bad actors. He just thinks.
You don't think they are bad actors? I think they are bad actors. Please, let's not have that conversation of you not thinking they are bad actors. They are actually bad actors.
I really don't think they are bad actors.
I think they are bad performances.
Bad performances. So I think what we have are actors with poor or better choices. Okay. So I really don't think they're like that. But so probably at that point, he worked more for the role. And but you see that thing, it pained me. I didn't be there because I waited. I cleared my schedule. I have been booked. I have been booked for February 5th. So I didn't mean that he sent me a mail. That's sorry, that they
notify you that they exactly
a better.
Yes. And you probably would have, I don't know if it's true, but sometimes because you feel that you already booked for that period. If you had other jobs that were coming in,
I canceled jobs now. And I went to the try talk now. I went for the audition sick. And it was Bagada. It was that period that people they were telling us to stay clear from Bagada. That the kidnapping was going on. So it was all the risk, all the things that happened. That's why that particular one pained me. Normally these things like this, they don't get to me. I already don't prepare for this journey. I'm not saying no go easy, but see that particular one. Enter.
Yeah, wow.
And you feel the only reason why he must have been picked over you is because he worked harder?
I don't know, because he worked harder. Please don't make me. I don't know.
What did you work harder? Like what did that?
No, because he worked according to the director. According to the director, he worked better for what they wanted. I don't know.
Okay, maybe total, maybe the look and everything.
I don't know. I don't know.
But how did that actually? I want to know how that motivated you to, sort of challenge yourself to do better.
It did motivate.
So how did you? What became of you after that?
Because I just became angrier and hungrier. Because after that pain, I just got angry. I wrote one monologue. I kind of my anger.
Oh, was that monologue I saw your? Yes, I saw that monologue.
I poured all my photos. I poured inside the monologue.
I actually felt
The one where he was crying.
Yes,
People thought I was
crying.
People thought I was
very
acting.
believable.
I said they poured my frustration. I'm funny enough. That monologue got me my first African magic gig.
Oh, wow.
The one before Nwuka.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
What?
Yes.
I said you don't bother anybody where to see this monologue and pass this boy by.
Yes, that's
Because I
interesting.
use anger.
Yeah, that was nice.
That's interesting.
That was
So yes.
Which brings me to because we're still talking about the struggles of upcoming filmmakers, and I have this friend that went online some time ago, and she's an actress, an upcoming actress, and she kept lamenting about the ill treatment of upcoming actors and how most of them are because as much as it is also your passion, you're supposed to make money from it. So I don't understand situations where actors are now being the one paying to be featured if I don't know if you've ever come across something like that.
That's not a new development.
It's something that needs to be addressed. Like why are you paying? Why are you paying to be featured?
It's been happening before now.
It's not new.
I think sometimes, like I said, if opportunities don't come to you, you just have to force it.
So paying,
it's not right. It's not right. But if
it doesn't make it right,
it's not right. But that's the situation some people find themselves. And then they feel they need to be heard. And if it's just money, exchange hands, and that's it. And then it might be just once, and they just want this single opportunity to prove that they've got something. Yeah, but if you can prove yourself, fine. But if you pay money and you don't prove yourself, and then your money is gone.
I do not think
But it's not the standard.
It's not the standard.
It shouldn't be the standard.
It shouldn't be. That's because because you were saying this is not new, and because it's been happening does not mean we should keep tolerating it. It shouldn't be a norm.
Yeah, it shouldn't be
because
a norm.
as you should be. The director is being paid. The producers are being paid. So why should the actor pay to be featured? In your project, it doesn't make sense. Alams, does it?
It doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
And apart from the payment part,
right?
There is also the part where they don't get fed on set, and where they don't even cater.
But there's a welfare. They have welfare. So when that happens, what?
I don't believe that the directors or producers will take money from an actor. Maybe it's the managers. We have production managers. The guys who actually are responsible for maybe even recruiting actors, reaching out to them.
Yes.
I've seen I've had an experience with a production manager who he has people in his good books. This one is good. When she gets her money, after her performance, she tips me. That's just a tip. Thank you for calling me. And then this one is not. Doesn't tip anybody. Then so the one who tips you is the one who you keep calling for roles. It happens. So I guess maybe that's the kind of that's willingly. You're giving willingly. You're just showing appreciation, which is not bad. Somebody calls you for a role, and then and you didn't even get to audition for it. Come and play this role, and then you did.
Okay, well, if you want to show appreciation, I may not encourage, but I mean it's not bad. I wouldn't judge that. But if it comes from a place of you feeling obligated to do that,
then that's exactly.
Okay. Something is that you cannot go to make money and then you are paying more. So people would say you can't achieve the process through which you achieve excellence has to be excellent.
Right.
Excellent, yes.
It has to be. If they cannot book you for your talent, you have no business being
no
there.
business.
Exactly.
No business.
It means that your priorities are not set first. Put in the work.
And again, I think if you keep if you do tip once, I think it's fine, because if you tip twice, that makes it an expectation.
Yes, because they will expect that. Yes, it should be recurring.
And again, I dare add that I think quite apart from the producers, whom I believe that are the bigger, contributors to things like this.
Yeah.
Because they're the people with the money.
Yes.
They know that these things they go on their set.
Yeah.
I've been on a set where they have like three different meals. One for the the bigger stars, the actors, the blown actors. One for the crew members, and one for the extras.
Are you serious?
And the
one for the extras. Extras too, they are also actors.
Yes.
So the one for the extras, I can't eat meals like that. It looks undercooked. Looks.
So they're not getting these meals from the same source, obviously.
Not from the same vendor.
Or the same vendor.
I really don't know about that. But to be honest, but my point is, to some extent, we what's the word? We enable these things, and it's not nice.
But don't you think you're talking about we enable? But don't you think that sometimes? I mean,
I'm not among.
Sometimes okay, but sometimes there's this thing about you when you're upcoming, you're really scared not to step on toes, right? And then when you say something, you're being you just want to be careful, of the things you're saying, so you do not offend.
Yeah.
Right. As an upcoming actor, you are being told that this is you. Don't say this, don't say that. Watch how you react to certain things.
Yeah.
A bigger star even does to you on set, or even someone, maybe the producer or the director, being careful, because don't you think that most of them are just trying to be careful so they do not step on toes and then end up being blacklisted even before their career starts, picking roots.
Okay, so first is first. Character is key.
Yeah.
If you're well mannered, if you have good character, it will show. Okay. And remember what I said in the beginning. There is something for everybody.
Yeah.
So if you have if you are well mannered, if someone steps on your toe, the way I go take correct you, mean I will get manners. You go different from the person who don't get manners. But that does not mean that I will let you ride me.
So do you think you're someone that would call out an act even if you're on set
politely,
and a bigger actor
politely,
steps on your toes or big stars being rude to you? Do you think you're someone that would you call the person out immediately?
Okay, so
you're saying politely.
You said immediately.
You are saying politely now. For them, it's not even about how the manner of for some. Okay, let me not generalize. For some, it's not even about the manner of approach. It's the fact that you had the audacity.
So when you do everything
say it at all.
Yeah, so that's the point. When you do everything, you have gotten everything right, and the other person takes that offense. It is not a you problem. It is them.
But do you ever consider
there is something for everybody?
No, do you consider how that might affect your career in the long run, and how the conversations around, because that person might that one, you get where I'm coming from.
I don't think one should work on, like, people should start working on eggshells because of a particular person. I think it boils down to work ethics.
Yeah.
There's need to be from where I'm coming from. I've worked in the banking industry. I've worked in a white collar job.
Yeah.
There is structure.
Yeah.
There is respect for everybody, regardless of who you are.
Who
Even down to the janitor.
Yeah.
You should respect everybody. Right, even if that person is a smaller actor or is struggling to even be in front of the camera for the first time, there needs to be respect for everybody, because tables turn. We're all dealt different cards, so there needs to be respect for everybody. And a lot of people, to be honest, even if this is a creative industry, not with the creative industry,
obviously,
I think there needs to be a very strong work ethics needs to be encouraged. And I don't know how they do it, but when you begin to see, I've been on set before where I was spoken to rudely, by a major star. I won't mention name. There's no need. It's past now, But I just felt. I didn't take it to heart, I'm like, it's your moment, okay.
Enjoy it.
Your 15 minutes of
fame.
And that was it. I'm like, okay. I didn't really take it to heart like that.
Yeah.
I didn't, but my perception about that person changed.
Yeah.
It just changed, and it's still there.
Do you feel like if you run into that person, or you by chance encounter that person, you might, or if tomorrow you and that person sort of get into a close space and you become friends or whatnot, would you sort of bring that up?
I won't.
I
bring
said
it
you were
up
once rude to me
because-
some time ago.
No, I won't bring it up because I know that if I try to, if I find myself
Yeah.
in same space with that person, maybe it's for a particular project.
Yes.
We all have to be very professional.
Professional.
Yeah, so I'll keep it at that. Being
Okay.
professional.
And then after that,
yeah, that's just it. So
Yeah.
I think it's very good to encourage professionalism in
Yeah.
the industry. That
Very.
way, you
Very.
draw
Drop
boundaries.
yeah.
Very.
So
Alam, as we're rounding up, for someone like you who is still trying to create a niche for himself in this industry, what do you think? What are the measures do you think can be put in place? Because I'm talking about star power now. We've not had. I think the last set of people that we can actually remember for their star power are the likes of Timini Ibuson. Yes, if I'm, you feel free to correct me if I'm wrong.
So when you mean star power, what do you mean? Because you mentioned Timmy now. So I was
what
gonna ask-
what I'm trying to say is that names that have
ring the
continued-
bell.
that rings a bell,
Okay.
and they've continued to maintain that consistency
Okay.
when it comes. I'm talking about pure star power.
Okay.
Like you could say this person is a superstar.
Hmm.
I'm not talking about talent. I'm not talking about any other thing now.
Oh, okay.
You get, because we can see we see their faces, but we don't remember them. We don't know their
Yeah.
names. Sometimes you want to describe an actor, and you call the actor, you call the actor's name. It doesn't ring a bell until I say, okay, do you remember this movie? Do you remember this movie? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It's not what for upcoming actors or actors that are trying to create a niche like you. What do you think needs to be done, first of all, to make sure that you are still carrying the torch, right? That will be left behind by the veterans, that people that would soon retire whenever they do, and to maintain that balance and consistency.
Okay, so going by your definition of star power.
No, my definition, yes, my definition.
Your definition, yes.
Yes.
So the thing, what I have to say on this matter is that the field that you can influence,
Yes.
you can. But that you have no influence over, you cannot.
Why do I feel like you're acting?
No, I'm not acting now. I'm not
You're
acting.
acting. You feel like you're
See, your talent.
You feel like you're reading from a
No,
script.
wait, now, wait.
I feel like you're acting.
So when it comes to your talent,
Yes.
you have it's your sole responsibility, 100%.
But talent is not enough
to
as
churn
it is
to
now.
churn it out. But I need you to remember that everybody's graces differ. That's
Okay,
number one. And number
okay.
two, opportunities are quite different.
Right.
You know, there are actors that are very versatile, but we may not get to know till
That's
they
my
die.
point.
Because they didn't get that opportunity.
That's my point.
So opportunities, they differ.
Okay.
And the one where come to you,
Right.
that is one. You know,
Yeah.
you understand. But then suggestion probably, if the opportunities do not come to you, you may try to create such opportunity
for yourself.
I mean,
Yeah.
and then if you have money too, you can pump into your branding because the way you
Yeah.
Timini has that power. I agree, but how did he start? He started calling himself the biggest actor in Nigeria, and he became the biggest. He's the number one. He called himself number one. He's number one.
Wow.
Olumide, right? Olumide now,
Olumide,
far
yes.
from home.
Yes,
Called
yes,
himself
they were.
Nollywood's freshest prince, and that is what he is.
So it depends on it's just about you branding yourself,
what you call yourself. That's
whatever it is you want to become. You
whatever
start
it is you
now
want to become. I am the daddy that did all their daddy.
So what's your own?
The daddy that did all their daddy.
All right, before we wrap up, I would like you to give me some of because at the end of the day, from the Critics Cot perspective, we also talk about films, and we'll try a little bit, to dissect and have conversations about what we feel worked in a movie, or what didn't work, or what could have been done, better. So can you just sort of highlight some of the good films you've seen this year? I just want to pick your brain on what are some of the. I'm not going to say give me the bad films. Just give me the good films you think you've seen this year that you really, really enjoyed.
The good films.
Yes, the good films. The films that you enjoyed. You enjoyed
that was
watching.
Watch Your Time.
That was Watch Your.
Okay,
Yes.
that was my time.
Yeah. And that you can recommend to every actor.
Okay, I can recommend to every actor.
No, the films that I watched your time.
Watch Your Time
I
too.
feel
But
like why you're thinking about it as if there were no good films this year.
Obviously, a lot. That's why I'm even having
And
a
so
hard time.
then no, you shouldn't. If there were a lot, you shouldn't.
maybe a top 5 would be nice.
Okay.
The top 5.
Yes.
Okay, so currently I am watching Mothers of the Bride.
Mothers of
It
the
is
Bride.
on the
That's a
Instagram.
fantastic
Oh
series.
my
on African Magic.
God.
Yes, Mothers of the Bride.
Auntie Gloria Young can act.
Gloria Young.
Jesus,
Gloria Young has
you can
been-
act.
Yes, she
I
has
should
been a
see it.
fantastic
Oh
actor.
my God, you should see.
I
it.
should
Yes,
see it.
you should actually
You
watch
should
Mother of
see
the
it.
Bride. It's
Yeah.
nice.
I'll say it.
You should. It's showing on African Magic, yeah?
Which other films again came out this year? Can somebody juggle my memory?
No, I don't want to. I want you
Hey
to. Because
God,
like, a lot of films
I've
now.
watched a lot of films.
Okay.
Okay, The Herd too was
The
good.
Herd, okay.
The Herd was good.
Mm.
Farmer's Bride.
Yes.
I am mentioning Farmer's Bride because
A lot of people had mixed reactions with
Reactions to
Farmers.
it,
but I
Bride.
liked it. I'm not,
Some people felt that the ending was a little bit uncooked.
honestly, I liked Farmer's Bride. Were there things that didn't work? Yes.
Yeah.
But I think the positives outnumber the negatives. So
Yeah.
I mean, you can't. It's a good film,
Mm.
and I mean, it had great performances.
Yeah.
Some people career, it's quite some number.
Mm. What other
Which
film? What do you
other
think
film?
about To Kill a Monkey? Because
Go kill him,
I was expecting you
Jesus!
to mention it. Like,
I was
I was
waiting.
waiting
You see,
because, because we had
I
conversation
said
with To
juggle
Kill
my
a
memory.
To Kill a Monkey.
a Monkey is this. Please, let me shift other ones and versions.
So number one. Wow, wow.
William
In no particular
William
order, though.
Benson, William
Okay.
Benson, Butchie Franklin. Yo, these guys. What are you saying?
Yeah, they
they
know they-
act.
They act.
They act. They
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So the story, you actually liked the
Most of the
story.
performances, master classes. Like I was watching To Kill a Monkey with Jota. Butchie Franklin
So
was-
yeah,
I said,
you-
okay, when it comes to anger, emotion, you open your eye like that.
So you can recommend that for an upcoming actor to see.
Mm.
For actors to see.
Yeah,
yes.
I think
I
it'd be
really don't.
fantastic.
I really don't like the term up.
Oh, you don't like the word upcoming.
Oh,
why
you
why
mean-
don't you like the word upcoming?
Upcoming.
But
Yeah,
that's
we are
the
all
thing
actors
now.
now.
But
You
actors
don't
have their
to be
different
popular- You don't have
variations
to be
of.
popular to be an actor.
No, you don't. It has nothing to do
Yeah.
with popular.
I feel the
They are-
actor
they
in my
are-
bathroom. If I'm good about the actor,
You're not joking.
I'm
They are upcoming. We shouldn't. They are up and coming actors.
Yeah.
It's a thing. They are seasoned actors.
okay. Up and coming.
They are
Okay.
veterans.
coming,
You
yeah.
you understand? So it's not something to be. I don't really want to use the word ashamed of or something to say. Oh, I'm an actor. There's not something. There's nothing like upcoming actor. An upcoming actor is an
It's a
upcoming
process,
actor. It's a
so-
process,
Okay,
and
it's a
eventually
process.
you will get
Yeah,
there.
it's a process.
I see.
Eventually you will get there.
We will get there.
Yes. So I think that's all we have to take. This was very 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 insightful.
Yes, I
because,
had
yeah,
fun.
I think a lot of upcoming
I learned.
actors who have been trying or maybe feeling a certain way about when they get a particular they feel they are qualified for a particular role and they didn't get it. They're just like you said, and then they end up feeling a certain way. I think from what you said, I think they'll be encouraged to not give up because
Yeah, you can relate.
yes, what
Please don't
is
give
yours
up.
if it's not yours, it's not yours.
Don't give up.
Eventually what is yours would actually
come,
come to you.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, guys. So that's all we can take for today. This was really, really insightful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, I want to hear your thoughts. We want to know what you think in the comment section. So after watching this episode, leave a comment or several comments, in the comment section. Let's hear your take on it. Of course, this is after all the Critics Cot for the fans who like to talk back.